off-week win recently at Langley. And former Super Late Model champion Matt Craig will join us as he preps for his move to Pro Late Models this weekend. Cars Tour Weekly, presented by Pepperjack Kennels, is next. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to this episode of Cars Tour Weekly. I'm Jess Ballard, joined yet again by Keely Dubinsky, and we are finally hitting the track again this weekend. Keely, I am so excited. Thank you for joining me again.
Yes, of course. I love being here. This is always fun.
And we have literally so much to go over today, but let's get to the big stuff first. Okay, the entry list for this event. We are making history, and by we, I mean you, the car store, are making history this weekend at Hickory. Okay, 29 Pro Late Models as of filming, and 40 late model stocks. I believe, according to Zach Evans, our data specialist, those are both records, yes?
They are. That we're actually not just breaking history once this weekend, we're breaking it twice. So both fields are going to be the largest fields that the Cars Tour has ever had. And that is even, with the supers transitioning to the pros. Like, these are the two largest fields we've ever had.
And we'll get into the specifics of the entry list, but just real quick, what do you think the reason for that is? Is this the Cars Tour home track? Technically, Hickory?
No, but I get, because we have so many people that travel such crazy distances. Even on the Pro Late Model list this weekend, we have people coming from Ohio, Connecticut, Michigan, everywhere.
Yeah.
And with the late model stocks, we kind of assumed that, they're trying to get themselves locked in on points for Wilkesboro, but the pros, there's an entry form out. They're not locking in on points. So we have no excuse for the pro field being this large.
Well, obviously, we won't run through the entire entry list. We would be here 5 ever, which is longer than 4 ever. But let's just talk about the ones to watch right off the bat here. Let's see. Let's go to pros. We got Austin McDonald, Dawson Sutton, Lee Tissett, Isabella Robusto, Nick Loden, Matt Craig, who we will be talking to shortly, and Carson Kvapil.
Caden Kvapil.
Oh, it is Caden Kvapil. It says Caden Kvapil. That's not a typo that I just can't read. Who sticks out to you on this Pro Late Model list?
There's so many, and it's really hard to choose. But for some reason, I'm feeling Brent Cruz.
Okay, he wasn't even one that I just listed.
No,
he was.
I mean, I think that Brent Cruz is just full of insane talent, right?
Yeah.
So I think that him coming out, and especially with large fields, he does really good at, working his way through the field. Just a very, very talented race car driver. So I've got my eye on him.
Yeah, for sure. And on the late model stock side, let's see, Carson Kvapil, Ryan Millington, William Sawalich, Connor Jones, Landon Huffman. A lot of people love him on social. Jacob Hefner. Is it Hefner?
Yes.
Like Hugh?
Yeah, like you. Sorry, Jacob.
My mom's a Hefner. And Lane Riggs. So who is your one to watch for the late model stocks?
I think Ryan Millington, former track champion, strong pretty much anywhere he goes.
Mm-hmm.
And, he's already proved himself. He's come to run with the Cars Tour and stack up against the best late model stock drivers in the country. So I think he's going to be good.
Yep. And we got power rankings for those guys, don't we?
We do. Courtesy of the Stickered Up podcast, they actually did power rankings for Hickory this weekend in the late model stock division. And theirs are Carson Kvapil, Brendan Queen, Jacob Hefner, Connor Hall, Deke McCaskill, Ronnie Bassett Jr., Ryan Millington, Caden Honeycutt, Bobby McCarty, and William Sawalich, which are strong guesses.
So thank you, Stickered Up podcast, for those power rankings. And if I have time here, I need you to run me through how these drivers can lock themselves into this race, because I believe, is going to be a last chance qualifier race.
Yeah,
right?
We actually had to revise the schedule a little bit. We're going to do an 8 p.m. start time now, just because we had to have room for a last chance race, which is a great problem to have.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to lock in the top 26 on quick time, 2 provisionals, and then take the top 4 from the last chance race, and they will they will qualify in. And with those provisionals too, that is going to go by the highest in ownership point standings as of 2023.
I love nothing more than a short track last chance qualifier. I am so excited for this. Now, I hate to be Debbie Downer here, but we have some impending weather. Can you share with me what the game plan is if Mother Nature does, put a damper on our weekend?
So yeah, if by chance, by the grace of God, we cannot race on Saturday, we're going to race on Sunday. But if anybody has watched the Cars Tour for a while now, we are not going out without a fight. We will race at 1:00 in the morning if we have to get those guys done, because it's very expensive to be booking extra hotel rooms and everything else, So it's just, we don't really want to put that cost on our guys.
Yep. I always go back to, I feel like when you guys make decisions like this, it's always like, at the end of the day, we're a bunch of good old boys and girls, and we're going to do it the grassroots way.
Yeah.
And by golly, we're going to get this race in if it's the last thing we do.
Are you calling me a redneck?
No.
Yes, you are.
A Southern belle. And I think maybe, did I see, or did I make this up, that Dale Jr. might be showing up this weekend?
He will be.
Oh my gosh. Wait, we can confirm that?
Yes, we can confirm. Yes, Dale Jr. will be joining us this weekend. And I don't think I was supposed to say this. I didn't really ask permission, but
you do this every week.
I do. I know. And it looks fixed at this point. It really does, but I swear. Jeff Burton's going to be joining us as well. And we may or may not have one extra owner joining us this weekend.
Okay.
We're waiting to confirm.
3 out of 4
Yes.
is crazy.
Yes.
Especially, again, because they all have lives, very active lives in the NASCAR world. And,
Correct.
They're normally at wherever, but this weekend to be Talladega. So that's awesome that they're going to at least make an attempt to see this spectacle in person.
We're so excited to have them. It's just, they did choose the one with the largest entry list, and it might be a little crazy. So I'm just hoping that they know that we do have our stuff together. It's just going to be busy.
Yeah. And for you, if you can make it through this one with them there, the rest of the season, I was going to say should be a breeze, but let's be honest.
No.
North Wilkesboro, we got that 30,000 to win, right? Like I was going to tell you that it's, easy from here on out, but I actually don't think that's the case. So
It's not.
Good luck with that.
That's why God made wine.
When we come back, we're going to talk to a several-time Super Late Model champion who is going to be running in the Pro Late Models this weekend at Hickory, Matt Craig, when we come back.
HMS Motorsport is the leader in motorsport safety, providing the most advanced driver safety products to NASCAR, IndyCar, sprint cars, and sports cars drivers. From grassroots to professional racers, HMS Motorsport has over 25 years' experience outfitting drivers with the best gear on the market. Equipped with first-hand product knowledge, our experts are ready to help you select the best harness belts, seats, head restraints, helmets, and racing attire for your type of racing. HMS is even the exclusive importer for Schroed belts, Schubert helmets, and Valero base layers. Visit one of our stores in Mooresville, North Carolina, or Danvers, Massachusetts, or check us online at hmsmotorsport.com, where you can learn the details of our products and order online. Safety starts here.
5-star bodies, the most advanced bodies on the market, aerodynamically engineered, manufactured from the highest grade and lightest weight materials, tested tough for optimum performance. The highest quality and most durable products you'll find anywhere. Our products help racers around the world reach victory lane. Winning never looked so good. Faster, lighter, stronger, better. 5-star.
Celebrate opening weekend at Oxford Plains Speedway, Saturday and Sunday, April 22nd and 23rd. The Oxford Championship Series hits the track on Saturday featuring Super Late Model. Then on Sunday, the Past Super Late Model, Past Modified, and Limiteds take over to battle it out for short track supremacy. Come enjoy a weekend full of fast fun at Oxford Plains Speedway, April 22nd and 23rd. Or you can watch it all on Racing America.
What creates a winning combination? Quality, focus, discipline, and most importantly, speed. At Pepperjack Kennels, we provide exceptional water and land training services for hardworking retrievers. From leading in the field to leading on the track, together we establish winning dogs and a winning team. Devoted to retrievers and motorsports, we are Pepper Jack Kennels. Visit us online to learn more.
Welcome back, everybody, to today's episode of Cars Tour Weekly presented by Pepper Jack Kennels. Our first guest of the day is Matt Craig, who is on the entry list for this weekend at Hickory in the Pro Late Model division. Matt, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, happy to be here.
Well, I'm sure you've seen that the entry list for both divisions this weekend is just incredible. But you're a standout in pretty much every single race you go to. Matt Craig's going to be towards the front. But what are your thoughts about the car count and just how many cars are going to be on property this weekend? It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, it's really very good to see. Cars Tour, that just kind of shows how good what Cars Tour is doing, and I'm really excited to get back to and run a Cars Tour race. Has been a while, so yeah, I'm very excited.
Matt, how do you feel this is going to go with 29 cars? What do you think your chances are going to be?
I think we should be pretty good. Hickory's always been very good to us, but it's been a while. I think it's been almost 2 years since I raced there, so not sure if the track's changed or what, but I feel pretty good about it. I got a lot of confidence at Hickory, but we'll have to see when we get there.
Matt, you're a several-time former super late model Cars Tour champion. I think three championships, if I'm not mistaken. 2?
Yeah, just 2.
I gave you an extra one. It's Alan's fault. Alan's in my ear saying 3. He had a lot of confidence in you.
Yeah,
But
we almost had it there.
So what's the main difference? And I guess maybe specifically at Hickory, but just in general, hopping between, a super and a pro late model behind the wheel.
Yeah, there's a good bit of difference. I mean, a super late model, you just have a lot of horsepower, and you're really, working with the throttle to try to get, the drive off and get the tires hooked up. And, you can give up a little bit of corner speed to have better drive off the corner in a super, but in a pro, you gotta, you don't really search for the drive. You usually have enough grip off the corner that you just got to worry about the center of the corner and making the car work really good and keep a lot of momentum up.
Well, Matt, it's no secret that you're going to be extremely tough in this field, but my question is, are you starting to think about maybe becoming a full team owner now that you are a soon-to-be dad?
I don't know. We gotta get down the road a little bit more and see how it all goes. I definitely don't want to race less, but we'll have to see what happens.
I feel like this age, we're all around the same age, I'm assuming. It's like, it's hard because your priorities start to shift, even though you maybe don't want them to. But I think that it'll be a really exciting chapter. And I know we're all excited to see your family grow and what you do on and off the track. Let's fast forward to North Wilkesboro. Do you plan to run both cars, one car? Do you know yet?
Yeah, we're planning on running the super late model and pro late model. I tried to see if Keeley would let me race late model stock, but wasn't enough space for us.
And what do you think that event's going to be like? We saw it just this massive event last year. I guess my expectations are it's probably going to be very similar. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it'll be a huge event. Hopefully, the super late models on Tuesday bring a good crowd, and I think they should. But the late model stock race is just kind of the main thing in this area that the fans really love to see. So I'm sure the late model stock race will be, sold out and packed out like last year. But hopefully the super late models on Tuesday night will bring a good crowd too.
Matt, do you have any other plans to run late model stock races if by chance we can't get you into Wilkesboro?
Well, I've been working with Marcus a little bit. I haven't talked to him here lately this year. We've just been so busy with everything else going on. But hopefully I can run a couple more races. I'm eyeing the throwback at Hickory. I'd like to run that race in the late model stock, and hopefully we'll find some more down the road.
Well, you can catch Matt this weekend on the track at Hickory Motor Speedway with the Cars Tour in the Pro Late Model Division. Matt, thanks for joining us, and we wish you the best.
Yep. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
When we come back, we'll talk to the guy that knew how to get it done at Hickory last year, Connor Hall.
A new era begins as the ASA CRA Super Series hits the track on Saturday, April 29th at Anderson Speedway. See the Midwest's top super late model racers as they compete for 125 laps around Anderson's tight quarter mile. Don't miss a second of the action. It's the ASA CRA Super Series kicking off 2023 on Saturday, April 29th at Anderson Speedway. And you can catch it all only on Racing America.
SRI Performance and Stock Car Steel are your all-inclusive motorsports warehouses with more than 450 product lines. They have everything to put you in victory lane, from professional racing to street performance. SRI and Stock Car Steel have you covered with leading brands as well as a large selection of steel, aluminum, and plastics. With locations in North Carolina and Indiana, access has never been easier. SRI has the world's largest inventory of used parts. SRI Performance and Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, your one-stop shops for everything racing.
I'm Sammy Smith and you're watching Racing America.
Welcome back, everybody, to today's episode of Cars Tour Weekly, presented by Pepperjack Kennels. I'm joined with Keely Dubinsky, and we got Connor Hall on the line, who just came off a win at Langley Speedway, and he is heading into this weekend at Hickory. He'll be competing in the late model stock division. Connor, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And we talked to Matt Craig earlier, and we asked him about the entry list, and if the size was making him nervous. We got, how many do we have? How many do we say? 40 late model stocks entered as of now. Thoughts?
I personally didn't think it was that, I didn't know it was going to be that many. And then I woke up this morning and I saw the schedule that was released and I saw the last chance race thing. And everybody was freaking out about last chance race. And I was just like, well, maybe they're anticipating that, and that's just a part of the schedule. And then I looked, and there's 40 cars entered. And obviously, I don't think we can start all 40. So it's going to get interesting.
It is, Connor. And here's the thing. There is a ton of cars entered, right? And we are unfortunately going to have to send cars home. But can you tell us a little bit about the undercover feud that's been going on between you and Brendan Queen racing each other? You two are obviously very strong and from the same parts of the Virginia woods. Is there a little bit of a battle going on here?
Who, by the way, is who he was racing for the win this past weekend at Langley. Go on.
Yeah. So everybody blows this out of proportion, I think. It all started, I met Brendan when we were 11 or 12. I actually had a birthday party, and it was kind of like we were all go-kart racers, and he ran on dirt and I ran on asphalt. So long story short, we never really thought it was like a big deal because, he was on dirt, I was on asphalt, we were all friends, whatever. And then we went into arena racing, and we started racing against each other there. And it wasn't a big thing there. We had a bump every now and then, but just your typical indoor crazy racing. And then it really didn't get started until, Legends cars, we were fine. Late models, when we were beginning, it was fine. And then as him and I both progressed and stopped racing for, like the 8ths and 10ths of the world. And we both started getting to the point where we were starting to win on a weekly basis. Then it was kind of like, okay, the guns were out a little bit more. And like I said, I'm sure at some points it's been bad. And I mean, yeah, it's been bad at some points, but I don't think it's ever been anything more than simply I respect what he brings to the table. He respects what I bring to the table. And it's just both of us trying to do our best to beat the other one. As far as the actually being a feud, I just think it's been racing someone for so long, you're going to have issues. I preached that when they interviewed me about it at the Langley opener. You're simply just going to have issues where one of us is going to make a mistake at one point, cost the other one a race, something like that. We've both done it. It's not a big deal. We've actually worked really hard lately at being friends and just hanging out more and just taking it with a grain of salt and focus on having fun and enjoying our experience racing together versus just getting so caught up in the fight between, the weekly battle.
Yeah. Well, with both of you being part of the Touring 12, I mean, you're just spending so much time together on and off the track, So I can see it's almost like siblings, kind of, you spend a lot of time together and you just
bound to fight it out a little bit.
I want to go back to the last chance qualifier race, though, because that is just something that we don't see super often in short track racing. It's, at the big shows like Snowball Derby and these other races that have really big car counts. As a driver, how do you drive differently in that last chance qualifier versus, the feature? And does all of that respect on the racetrack we were just talking about go out the window?
Well, hopefully, I believe Brennan and I both have really good programs, so hopefully neither of us find ourselves in that last chance race. But if you are a driver who does find yourself in that last chance race, I definitely think that a lot of respect will go out the window just because it is 15 laps. And if you're someone like Brennan or myself who's going to contend for the championship, you obviously have to get the starting spot. So I think the last chance race will be very exciting. I don't know how many cars are going to start. Keely can probably obviously answer that for us. But I think if there's 10 or more cars in that last chance race, I think it's going to be more looking like a snowball derby and less like 4 or 5 cars trying to find their way into the field.
No, I can assure you we're going to play this the safe way, and we're going to start 32. So you will be okay.
So hopefully I can just do a good enough job to start 32nd or better and not have to worry about that.
Well, you folks can watch Connor Hall this weekend, hopefully lock himself in those 32 cars.
I don't have a doubt. I don't think. I think you'll be fine.
That's this Saturday, or according to Keely, if the rain comes through on Sunday at Hickory Motor Speedway. Connor, thank you for joining us, and we're looking forward to watching you this weekend.
Thanks for having me.
You got it. When we come back, we will wrap up the show, and hopefully Keely can spill a little bit more tea for us. But let's see. You've been stirring the pot so far today.
I'm going to eventually get in trouble.
Yeah, which I appreciate. Yeah. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back. Cars Tour Weekly presented by Pepper Jack Kennels when we come back.
Celebrate opening weekend at Oxford Plains Speedway, Saturday and Sunday, April 22nd and 23rd. The Oxford Championship Series hits the track on Saturday featuring Super Late Model. Then on Sunday, the Pass Super Late Model, Pass Modified, and Limiteds take over to battle it out for short track supremacy. Come enjoy a weekend full of fast fun at Oxford Plains Speedway, April 22nd and 23rd. Or you can watch it all on Racing America.
The secret is, it's quicker.
Griffith is going to sweep the weekend.
PFC Brakes, more championships than any other.
From late models to modifieds on pavement and dirt, with at-track service like no other.
Success means no compromises.
Fourth Rattler win for Ty Majeski.
Lighter, stiffer, cooler, quicker. PFC Brakes. The secret is it's quicker.
Welcome to Raceface Digital Collectible Cards. Are you a driver or a team looking to expand your brand? Want to connect with your fans, give sponsors more exposure, and earn income from all card sales? Then Raceface Digital has you covered. Digitize your brand with 5 different collectible cards. Enrollment is now open to all drivers and all series. Visit racefacedigital.com today and use invite code RA1.
Get up on your feet, race fans.
Can you believe it? Right now, racing, in my opinion, is as healthy as it's been in the last 15 to 20 years.
Just wanted to make that first lap.
Welcome back, everybody, to today's episode of Cars Tour Weekly. We've gone over what the procedure is going to be for rain. We've gone over the structure and how drivers can lock themselves into the races this weekend. I wanted to ask you about something I see on the schedule here, which is FanFest. Tell us what that is.
So FanFest is pretty much a meet and greet to where we stage all cars on the front straightaway, and we're going to open up the grandstand gates so that all the fans can kind of come down on the track and meet their favorite driver. Our drivers have gotten really good about bringing giveaways. We are going to have some autism awareness shirts courtesy of Tanya McAllister with MPM Marketing available. So if you're in the area, we'll be able to give you some of those giveaways. But they are our drivers. They, believe it or not, they beg for FanFest. Like, they love when the fans come down and, you know, say hey and get pictures and stuff. So we're so excited.
Again, this is like a fun thing, like the Last Chance qualifier, that I feel like we typically only see at the bigger events.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's such a special atmosphere. That's a lot of cars to fit on the front stretch. But again, great problems to be having this weekend at Hickory.
Our tech officials are going to kill us.
And I also wanted to check in and see if you have any news you can share with us on North Wilkesboro.
Yes. So we are in the we're having talks right now about doing a fan fest, pretty much fan appreciation day, I guess you could call it, at the track, where we'll be bringing out some of our drivers and their cars, and they're actually going to open up the ticket booth so that people can purchase tickets during that day too. So that is still in the works, probably a little premature, but that is something that definitely stay tuned on all of our platforms to see. The Pro Late Model Division entry form is currently available and the list is growing. So definitely, if you are a Pro Late Model and you are considering entering for that race, I would do so as soon as possible.
ASAP. Also, in conclusion, obviously the Cars Tour really loves their fan appreciation activities. I love that. How fun. I am so looking forward to that event. Well, I want to thank you for joining me on today's show again. I hope you come back next week. I know we kind of play it by ear, but you always have such great insight to share with us, and you really make the show, so I appreciate it.
Thank you. I love coming on here.
Well, for replays of the show and more, go to racingamerica.tv and be sure to check out Racing America's 24/7 channel, free on connected devices. And don't forget racingamerica.com and all of our social channels will keep you covered on any breaking news in the Cars Tour world or just short track racing in general. And next week, we will catch all of you up on the action from Hickory that goes on this weekend. We also want to thank Matt Craig and Connor Hall for joining us on the show today. For Keely Dubinsky, I'm Jess Ballard saying thank you, and we'll see you back next week for another episode of Cars Tour Weekly, presented by Pepperjack Kennels.
What creates a winning combination? Quality, focus, discipline, and most importantly, speed. At Pepperjack Kennels, we provide exceptional water and land training services for hardworking retrievers. From leading in the field to leading on the track, together we establish winning dogs and a winning team. Devoted to retrievers and motorsports, we are Pepper Jack Kennels. Visit us online to learn more.
Welcome to Raceface Digital Collectible Cards. Are you a driver or a team looking to expand your brand? Want to connect with your fans, give sponsors more exposure, and earn income from all card sales? Then Raceface Digital has you covered. Digitize your brand with 5 different collectible cards. Enrollment is now open to all drivers and all series. Visit racefacedigital.com today and use invite code RA1.
Hey gang, join Scott Hansen, myself, and a host of other drivers on what will be the largest short track party at sea. Sail Eastern Caribbean on the Norwegian Encore January 7th to the 14th of 2024. Enjoy unlimited drinks, a special question and answer session, and have a chance at racing Scott and myself on the go-kart track. Call Mark at Memories Travel at 262-527-1341 or visit mymmtravel.com and click on the link to Bickle's Bon Voyage link for information.
A new era begins as the ASA CRA Super Series hits the track on Saturday, April 29th at Anderson Speedway. See the Midwest's top super late model racers as they compete for 125 laps around Anderson's tight quarter mile. Don't miss a second of the action. It's the ASA CRA Super Series kicking off 2023 on Saturday, April 29th at Anderson Speedway. And you can catch it all only